My name is Ferguson Porter. I live in Palm Springs, California, and I'm running for Congress in California's 48th District. On January 23rd, I recorded one of these videos to eventually release on my YouTube channel and my TikTok feed. I was waiting until January 26th at the start of the next work week. But then yesterday, January 24th, Alex Pretti was murdered by ICE agents in Minnesota. After I heard the news, I put up a statement on my Facebook account and my Blue Sky account. And someone wrote to me that it should have been shorter, snappier, and more angry. I thought what I wrote was short enough to get my point across and explain the reality of the situation. But as far as anger, I do have a lot of anger, and in the heat of the moment, when something horrific like this happens, my anger is off the charts. My primal reaction is to get loud and belligerent, and I curse a lot. But I try to channel that anger into being creative and productive. You see, the video I recorded on January 23rd was initially much more angry when I wrote it. But before I even filmed it, I went back to rewrite my thoughts because while I want to talk about issues that bother me, I don't want to give the energy as a rage-filled monster to the voters of District 48. We all experience and process anger in different ways, and being angry right now is totally understandable for anyone who sees what has happened in our country. And the truth is that for the last 10 years, there are so many days where I am angry. We have not had a moment's peace since Donald Trump was elected president in 2016. He is not a person who is capable of showing empathy, but a creature who only exists to push Americans to hate each other, to fight each other, and now to kill each other. That's what the Donald Trump presidency is, and it makes me angry. And yet, a lot of my anger is not directed at Trump himself. It's at the Republicans in Congress who have chosen to let him destroy this country. And it's at the voters that knew what he was and voted for him anyway. To those voters, I say, thanks for fucking things up for the rest of us. You picked the oldest man to ever be elected president, who clearly is in mental decline and has been for years. You picked a man who mishandled a global pandemic and lied about it. You picked a man who ordered the military to shoot tear gas at peaceful protesters to go stand in front of a church and hold a Bible upside down. You picked a man who sent a violent mob to attack police officers, kill the vice president and the Speaker of the House, to overturn an election that he knew he lost. You picked a man who was convicted of 34 felonies. You picked a man who was found liable in a court for defaming a woman he raped. You picked a man who stole classified documents related to our country's nuclear weapons. You voted for America's first tyrannical dictator, our Hitler, our Mussolini, our Fidel Castro. You picked Donald Trump to be president of the United States because the price of eggs were too fucking high. You did this to us, and now people are dead because of you. Obviously, I am still angry today. But when I take a step back and look at the big picture, the important question to me is, what do I do with my anger? Calling for Republicans to impeach Donald Trump is just yelling into a never-ending abyss because Republicans have made it clear since January 6th, 2021. They do not care about serving the American people. They only care about serving the twisted pleasure of a demented madman. And knowing all this didn't just make me angry. It made me focus on a goal and come up with a plan. I'm running for Congress, not just to protect my friends and family, but to destroy the Republican Party. Not defeat them, destroy them. We can make sure that Republicans are no longer in charge of the House, the Senate, the White House, or the Supreme Court for the next 10 to 20 years. And we can do this not through force, not through violence, but through democracy and the rule of law established by the U.S. Constitution. I've read the Constitution. I've done the research. I've looked at the history, and in some cases, I've done the fucking math. Unlike a lot of Democrats, including candidates running in this race, I have an actual plan that I have been working on for the better part of 4 years. We cannot survive as a country if Republicans are in charge, because when they are in charge, innocent people die. I officially have zero fucks to give. Don't talk to me about affordability and housing, because I ask you, sincerely, what is the good of being able to buy a home and go out into the world and be a productive member of society and go to work and go to school and go to church when at any moment we could be kidnapped, disappeared, or even murdered by our own government? Don't talk to me about the price of eggs. Talk to me about the price of freedom. Keep your eyes open.